Hey, what's up guys? Ophelia coming at you with a new figure review. And because of my last video, we did take a look at the Good Smile Company Sayaka Mami Maiko version Nenderoid. And you guys can check out my review for that up here on the channel. I will post a link in the description below. So I figured we'd continue the trend. And this week we'd take a look at the Mami Maiko figure. So obviously Mami, if you watch my Sayaka video, you'd know that Mami was the third figure to be released in this Nenderoid line, with Madoka being a convention exclusive and Homura coming out earlier in the year. So, comparing her to Sayaka, very first off, she is in a pink dress, where Sayaka is obviously in the white and the white, blue, red dress. And Mami has a much more floral theme going on her dress. It is worth noting that the insides of her arms here on her dress are painted with the flowers on both sides, where Sayaka's was not. It's also interesting to see Mami in a pink dress, as pink is not a color I'm used to seeing associated with Mami. She's normally associated with yellow, but the pink just seems to work really, really well. So she comes with a decent number of accessories. Most interestingly, she does come with a Nagasa, or sorry, Bebe, little figure that can move around, just rotate on its head axis here. If you bought the Schoolgirl Mami Nenderoid as well, you'll notice that there is a Bebe in that as well. But this is the one from the Maiko, and this is the one from the Schoolgirl, and you can see they are different. They do have the same base, and they would move in the same way, but you know, the hands can't move or anything like that. But still, really cute thing to have, because this is from the Rebellion. Box is pretty straightforward, so don't really need to go through it. It basically looks the same as the Sayaka box, just with Mami on it. Pretty straightforward. So moving on, we do have these really nice, looking at the head, of course, we do have the nice similar ribbon style to what we saw on Sayaka. Of course, the Mami figure came first. I believe the Madoka has them as well. Obviously I don't own the Madoka, unfortunately, but so these do have a nice bit of articulation as well. They can be removed pretty easily, but as always, if you do get the hole, so you can just replace this with the hair from another Mami figure you have, and it will look just fine. The back of her hair is very similar to the Schoolgirl one. Does have the drills that do have this articulation, very similar to the way they normally do like twin tails or drills or stuff like that. Similar joint to what they use for the head attaching to the body. They do have some rotation. These can come out. I don't want to pull them out because I don't want to loosen the joints any further. They don't have as much rotation as something like as Madoka's twin tails do, or Kurumi's twin tails do. They basically just go up and then they can go down. So and you can kind of rotate them a little bit, but you're still kind of limited as well as that. But also the same as all these other Maiko or the traditional dress Madoka figures, the back of the dresses do not articulate. They are done for the base. What's the positive about Mami is that using her standard legs here, she can stand completely fine without her base, which is something that I love, and it makes potentially, if you want to take photos with her, you don't need to have the base, so you don't have to worry about hiding the base. It is the standard base with the standard Nenderoid attachment, but you don't need it, which is something I really love. Another thing that works really, really nice with this figure, of course, we do get the standard for this line, the kneeling/praying pose that's pretty much standard issue at this point. It's a lot easier to attach. I remember trying to get this, I think it was Homura. Homura had a real issue with attaching this piece for the first time, mostly because I had no idea how it was supposed to go, but it just slides in really, really easy for Mami, and it helps, you know, make that, the nice, you know, circle you can have of all the girls sitting together. It gives a nice uniformity for the figures as well. Underneath, of course, you do have the legs. They do have some rotation for whatever reason. You can move them. I don't know why you would never see them. And then if you move them back as well or move them forward, she can still stand perfectly fine on her own, which is another benefit to the figure. So she does come with, apart from the two hands she has on her, these aren't the two hands, obviously, that she has when she pull her out of the box. She does have an additional 3 hands that are attached to the arms, and then she has 2 extra hands that are separated. So one is an open hand, which is for the open left hand, and the other is a right grabbing hand. So what is she going to grab? Well, she does have these really nice Tessen Japanese fans. I'm not sure if it's exactly a Tessen or if it's a different type of Japanese fan. But really, really nice to have this. It does add a nice level of elegance to the figure, as it does have that nice, you know, traditional Japanese feel of having a traditional dress with a girl in a traditional dress holding a fan. It's a really nice level of class because it's like in the anime I saw, Mami was seen as the classy magical girl, and this adds a nice level of class to her figure. Sayaka does have the umbrella. Homura doesn't actually have any accessories, believe it or not, anything like this. I think Madoka had a an umbrella very similar to Sayaka's. I could be wrong, of course I haven't seen the figure in a long time. But it's really, really nice. So you get two versions of it. You get one where it's open like this, and then you get one where it's closed, and they both slide in pretty easily and give you a nice level of, a nice number of, poses you can do with that depending on what you want to do with her. As well as that, similar to Sayaka, she does have two shoulder joints, two different shoulder joints as well, which give you access to more articulation as you would expect. So you've got one that lets you rotate basically on the x-axis, or, well, it's a diagonal axis really, and then there's one that, this is on the x-axis. Well, one rotates, basically like this, and one rotates like that. I'm not mass person anymore. Sayaka does have them as well, but Mami came first, and I'd never seen them before when Mami came. And they attach very simply. It is worth noting that not every arm piece can use this shoulder joint, because it does have the double inputs, and not all the arms have the open input there. Another thing that is worth to note as well, I've only noticed it on Mami Maiko. Check it back and check my other Nenderoid to see if it has it too. It does list R1, obviously right hand number 1, just so you don't get confused, because this is, a lot of these dresses, like especially with the Mami one, because of the way it's painted on both sides, it could easily get confused about which is which, and if you don't change the hands over or anything like that, it can look odd pretty quickly. But they do attach pretty easily, so which is kind of nice. She does have a nice range of posability with all her different attachments, and I feel like she's a much more fair value for what you pay for her. I did feel like Sayaka was lacking a lot, especially because of the not having the paint in here. I'm not sure if she was meant to, or if I just got a fault for that one. But I definitely like the fact that Mami's got the paint on both sides. It adds, the figure feels more, feels more traditional or more authentic. I'm not sure if that's the true with all dresses, but I just like that it's on there. And the floral theme is really nice. Don't get me wrong, I still love the aquatic theme for Sayaka because it's perfect for her witch, but obviously we don't get to see Mami's witch, so they just had to base it on what they had. And of course there's some nice little butterflies there as well, which are really, really cute. I do think that this is a very, very nice figure. It is obviously, as Nenderoids are, it is completely compatible with your other Nenderoid pieces in terms of the head. Obviously the body is not necessarily going to be 100% compatible. The hands you can use with other sets, but you can use these hands with the Schoolgirl Mami because of the way that their inputs are done for both figures. And of course you can swap the heads over, so this head is from the Schoolgirl figure. And you could easily, if you want to, put the tea hands, the teacup and the little plate onto this figure if you really wanted to, and I don't know how that would look, but it gives you more options as well, and as it is really nice. One thing, and of course if it is an older head, it will the head will come out with this, but this is perfectly removable as well. You can take this out and you can slide your other head in. One thing I did notice on, I think it's my my Yukata Madoka figure, is that the neck joint is actually thinner on the body of that figure. So that might just be specific for that figure, I'm not sure. If anybody knows the answer to why that is, please feel free to leave me a comment for that below. But guys, this is a very, very nice Mami figure. She sits amazingly with Sayaka and Homura, as you would expect. And if you guys don't have the convention exclusive Madoka, because I don't, she looks really, really good sitting with the Yukata Madoka, because they're both, they're both Japanese dresses. They both look good, and it gives you some variety as well. That's one of the things that I'm glad that Homura isn't actually, apparently, based on obviously what the box says, she's not actually wearing a Maiko dress, or at least that's not what the box says. It's not a Maiko dress, and it gives you more variety. I love that they're all matching and they're all in traditional dresses, but it would be it's nice that they're trying to, at least with Homura and if you use this Madoka, they are trying to differentiate them and add more variety, like I said. Obviously, the Madoka doesn't have the kneel pose that Sayaka, Homura, and Kyoko will have, and the convention exclusive Madoka will have. But still, it's a very, very nice figure, guys. Feels like I feel better with its value with her because of what she comes with. She comes with a decent number of accessories that you can do a lot of stuff with. Sayaka felt to me very limited, which is a shame because Sayaka's my favorite Madoka character. But Sayaka's still Sayaka's still a great figure, and you guys can remember, please go check out my review for Sayaka. But overall, Mami is a fantastic figure that looks amazing with will look great in your Mami collection, your Madoka collection, or even if you're just collecting, the Japanese dresses for these girls, or if you have, I'm not sure if there is a scaled version of this figure. I know there's a scaled version of the Sayaka and Kyoko, which the Nenderoids are based off. I'm not sure if a Mummy one exists, but I think she'd look great next to that as well. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for checking out my review. I hope to review more Madoka Nenderoids soon. I'll be posting up, if I haven't already, a photo on my Instagram of all my Madoka Nenderoids, asking you guys which I want to review, and you guys can either let me know in the comments there or here, which is instagram.com/reveal117, which ones you guys would like me to review next. Until then, guys, I will catch you for my next video.